of the tadpole and caterpillar, please turn off your ringers. This musical shows differences and similarities between creatures. We hope you enjoy it. Hi, Zoe. Once upon a time, a tadpole swam in a pond in the garden. It was very small and black and looked as though the head stuck onto a tail. His name was Toby. He had lots of brothers and sisters who looked just like him, and a mother and father who didn't look like him at all. In fact, his parents were not called tadpoles, they were called frogs. Instead of tails, they had legs, and leaping about on the rocks would strike out of the water. One day, two birds landed on one of the rocks near where Toby was swimming. They had an air of semblance about them and seemed to look right down their beaks at Toby.
Good morning. Good gracious. Whatever are you?
I'm a tadpole. My name is Toby.
Well, I never seen the likes of you before. I've seen fish and frogs and all the other ponds I visit, but no little black lumps like you called. What did you say you were?
A tadpole, at least for the present. One day I'll grow like to turn into a frog. Like all those scales will turn into a fish. Anyway, if you're going to be a frog, why don't you call it a baby frog? You don't look anything like a frog. Why, you're just a tadpole.
You are thin and small, frogs are round and fat. However, are you going to look like that? They have legs to jump in a small black lump. You'll never ever be a See, these tadpoles, one day they will change and grow into frogs. That's impossible. They don't look anything like frogs. Look, and you will see most of them have already started to grow legs. Next they lose their tails and then they become frogs.
How will that ever happen to me?
Well, look at that one there. You only look like your head stuck in a tail. You go nowhere. No, you'll never turn into a frog. What a tiny thing, he will not survive. It really is surprising, he's still alive. He's a small black lump with no legs to jump. He'll never ever be a frog. As he turned around in the pond, oh yeah, very sad. As he turned around in the pond, he bumped smacked into a boulder. Fell on his feet.
Hey, can't you look where you're going? This pond is much too crowded these days. There's hardly enough room for me and my babies besides. You shouldn't still be swimming. You should be jumping on the rocks like all the other frogs have. It's called the fish pond, you know, not the tadpole pond. There's no room to move. There's no space to swim. This pond is much too crowdedly because of him. He's a small black lump with no legs to jump. Will never ever be a frog.
Poor Toby was sure now that he would never be a frog. He was so unhappy he couldn't stop crying. Then it started to rain, and the pond became fuller and fuller. On one of the large flat rooms by the edge of the pond, he called a caterpillar.
I say, do stop crying.
or you'll flood the whole garden. And I need to find somewhere peaceful. I can have my sleepy fly turn into a butterfly.
And here's her cry at here on the character. Toby stopped crying and
What are you so sad about anyway?
Then Toby explained how first the bird had scornfully told him he would never turn into a frog, how the children had said the same and laughed at him, and finally how the fish had told him off for still being in the pond. I don't know how I'll ever be a frog.
Oh, please don't start crying again. You really don't need to worry. Nature never starts anything without finishing it. Some things just take a little longer than others, that's all. If I can change from a caterpillar into a butterfly, then there's no reason why you can't change from a tadpole into a frog.
Did you say change from a caterpillar into a butterfly? Toby began thinking about the changes his body might make. He was so used to having a tail, he couldn't imagine anything different.
Listen, Toby. Now I'm long and green, I'll soon be white and flat. Perhaps you think I never will look like that. I'll have multiply and not go crawling by. Yes, one day I will look like that. And one day you will be a frog.
Toby began feeling something else sticking out from the back of his body. He could feel 2 small legs.
Look! Your legs have started to grow. I told you they would. I really am feeling sleepy. I think I better go. I'll come back and see you in a few months' time, Toby. But I won't be looking like this.
And I didn't think I'd be going like this either. I know that now. Thanks to you, Tadpole. Goodbye. Have a good sleep.
Goodbye.
It was sometime later that a round pond frog jumped nimbly onto one of the rocks and peered at himself in the water, at his reflection in the water. Just then he saw another reflection. He knew who it was.
Hello, Toby. What a very fine frog you're into. Thank you. You are a very beautiful butterfly. I know that now, that some things just take more longer than others. That's all. I'm not small and thin, I am round and fat. However did I manage to look like that? I have legs to jump, I'm not a small black lump. Although it didn't happen fast. I really am a frog, I really am a frog. I really am a frog at last.
He's not small and thin, he is round and fat. However did he manage to look like that? He has legs to jump, he's not a small black lump. Although it didn't happen fast. He really is a frog, he really is a frog. He really is a frog at last.
Thank you for coming to our show. You were a great audience.